Hey, good morning, everybody. It's coffee chat time. Get out of bed, get online. We're ready to go. It's what? Hey, Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday already. Where's the week gone? It goes fast. I'm Bob. Sue's over here on the side. Say hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue. So nice, another nice sunny day in paradise here. You can't beat it. It's This time of year is just the best time of year for the weather and everything. Hey Google, good morning.
Hi, Lucky Dog. It is 8 a.m. Currently in DeLand it's 60 and partly cloudy. Today, it'll be mostly sunny with a forecasted high of 80 and a low of 62. Have a great day.
Just about 80. How much, you can't beat 80 degrees. That's just kind of like I would say almost a perfect temperature. Uh, I like it. Good morning, Ron. How you doing? Ron is out camping at, I forget the name of the park, but it's over in Myrtle Beach.
Pirateland, I think.
Pirateland, yeah, I believe that's what he said, Pirateland. And so he's out there camping this morning, and he sent some pictures yesterday, so I thought I'd maybe share a couple of his pictures. This is his camper sitting here at his Ivory site. Looks like a nice area. Got a nice pavilion there with that picnic table there. And he said they're a little short. I can see where he's close. I said it's going to be a nice sunny day there. It's going to be 78. These are just gorgeous times. Spring is by far the best time of year. Great time to get outside and do a little camping and that. And I got one more picture here. Let's see if we can put it up. There's another one there. You can see the slide outs and stuff. Nice looking camper out back. Although he said he's had a few issues with it. So, but he's over there enjoying himself in the weather. It's been a good. We have had several fires here around DeLand. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to turn this sound down. I don't know if that music sounds loud in your background. But sometimes it sounds loud here. I'll turn it down a little bit here. Nice soft background music with scenery. Get everybody in the mood to chat, So, yeah, I wanted to show you in the last, about 3 days, there's been 3 fires around DeLand here. That's where the town we live in. The first one, there was a church caught on fire, and they have like 3 buildings, but one of their buildings was completely destroyed. And then there was a old abandoned motel called the Putnam. Putnam, I don't know, I think it was built like around 1800s in that neighborhood, and it's been abandoned for a long time, and it caught on fire. And then yesterday, and this is an actual picture, a house here in DeLand, that thing burnt big time. It burnt almost to the ground. It would have if the fire department didn't finally get it out. So, just been a lot of fires around here. So you're enjoying the beach. That's cool. The water's probably a little cool yet. I don't know. For me, I like if water isn't at least 80 degrees. No, I'll stay out of it. And I don't even think the water here is 80 degrees yet. It's in the 70s. We've had a lot of rip currents here. There was somebody drowned here a couple days ago. They got caught up in the rip currents, and they drowned. And so you got to be careful of rip currents. You can feel them, So yeah. Anyways, the house fire outside. This thing, I mean, it burnt big time. So I don't know if it's just coincidence that we've had a lot of fires in the neighborhood or in the area.
It's all coincidence.
It's probably, yeah, Ron said the water's cold. Yeah. So anyways, I thought I would share a picture there of the house fire there. That was, I don't know if it was exciting, but it was devastating, this thing. Then yesterday afternoon, we're sitting here. I don't know, you're always smelling smoke. People's always burning stuff around, but sitting here all of a sudden smelt smoke. And I got up and looked in the backyard. There was just smoke covered all over the backyard. And I'm like, man, what's going on? And I went outside, looked around. Ocean was 63, Ron said. That's cold. I looked around and all this smoke, and then it just kind of woofed on by. And then another bank of it. Now, maybe that was that house fire. It was on the other side of town, but maybe it was just smoke running around in that air. But it was, yeah, the wind. It was windy yesterday. The wind was carrying it all over the place. So, I was like, man, what's going on here? This smoke in the yard's kind of weird. So, anyways, there's just been a lot of smoke. I have allergies. Smoke. I used to be able to hang around a fire, but I can't anymore. It just messes me all up. It's hell when you get old and have allergies and perfumes and colognes and laundry soap and that stuff. I just cannot. I can't take it. Let's see if Google can tell us a joke. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
What kind of bird is always out of breath? A puffin.
A puffin. Hey Google, tell me a joke. Another one.
Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house? Of course. Houses can't jump.
That's right. Did you ever see your house jump?
Here, ask Ron if he ever tried to outrun the police in his RV.
Yeah. Sue was saying, do you want to ever try to outrun you? I had a video here, but I took it off. I was going to show it because probably everybody's seen it. Out in California, there was a guy in an RV, and I guess they finally did catch him. I did see a little update this morning on it. They were in a police chase of a big motorhome, about a 35 foot motorhome. Police, like there's 10 cops chasing this motorhome, not fast, just slow.
He wasn't reckless.
He wasn't reckless or anything. He was, he did something. He was a sexual predator or something, they said. I don't know. Apparently he had a kid inside, that was what they said. But they were chasing him all over. We like to watch these police chase, especially most of them come out of California. And we just like to see him. There was another one we watched yesterday, too. Kid was chasing. He was all banged up, the car was. They finally stopped and got him out. But, guys, definition of an idiot. Hey, Google, what's an idiot?
Idiot, a stupid person.
There you go. That's what it is. And they were young kids, but I call them little idiots, so it's a young, stupid person. Sorry, all you young kids out there, but I'm old and I'm allowed to say that. Ron says out at the house it's going to get to 85, so they said it was low 80s, but it got warm. I mean, I'm thinking it was mid 80s we were at, so it did feel pretty warm out. Yesterday we went and got groceries. Yoo-hoo, that was fun. I don't like grocery shopping. I find it exhausting, but we picked up a mattress topper. It has that memory foam. It's kind of two-sided. It's a 4-inch piece, and one side it's got the memory foam, the other side just foam. And so we tried that out last night. I think I slept a little better on it. We have a piece in a camper. Was that just a piece of foam I had? Just a piece of foam that we put over. Of course, our camper, when you lay the cushions down, then you have the cracks of the cushion,
separation, right.
And so that the piece of foam over top of it kind of covers that up. And don't sleep bad in the camper. It seems to do pretty good. Yeah, Ron said the ocean makes it cooler there. It does this time of year. If you ride the motorcycle here, when we go across the causeways or the bridges over to beach side, it can drop 10-15 degrees just going over because of the cool air of the water. But then in the summertime it's a little bit cooler over by the beach. It can be 92, 93 degrees here, and it can be like 88, 89 over there because the air coming off the ocean. And then again, it depends on which way the air is blowing. If it's an onshore and offshore breeze, if it's coming across the ocean, then it picks up the cooler air, and that makes it a lot better on it. So wanted to talk about RV clearance. I'm sure most people have an RV or any tall vehicle. You need to know how tall it is, and if you don't, you can hit, like this picture here. Ours right now, I think ours is 8 foot. We added a new antenna, so I'm gonna say at least 8.5 foot.
I think it was 8.3 before.
8.3, so it's probably closer to 9, you know. If anything said 10 foot, I would really, really watch it. Like this picture here, this guy, he didn't make it. He went across there, and I mean, you can completely destroy a camper, you know, if you go underneath a low pass, you know. There's another one. This guy had a truck camper, and it says 8 foot. You can see 8 foot right there. We couldn't go underneath that. And he pulled that truck camper right off the back of his truck. And something good to know. And I've always been cautious of that, knowing how high you go. Even tree branches. I think we was coming out of the flying field, and there's a couple little limbs, and I think it just banged it on the antenna last time we was out. So, you know, bad stuff can happen if you don't know your RV clearance. And you know, just one thing, when you have big vehicles, you got to know. It's like, oh, you know, like you take a big long one. Well, let's look at Ron's camper again here. It's see, it's pretty tall. How much taller it is than your truck, and plus the length of it. You know, you got to know where yours is 11 foot. So okay, that's what I was just looking at, the height of your RV. And then you got to count for everything that sticks above it, you know. I mean, you have a oil pipe, or, you know, a vent pipe, or antenna, and air conditioner, you know. You got to make sure. So, you know, like 11 foot, if it said 12 foot, I'd be careful, you know. So you never know. And that's most bridges that you'll see. Some, I think, 13 foot now and then, but most of them aren't that low. But there is a few out there that can be that low, and I mean, you could so easily just bam, and you would just destroy your vehicle on it. Hey Ron, do you have an electric jack, or does yours crank up? It looks like it's electric. You know, that's another thing is nice when you're hooking up your camper. You have the crank up jack. Those are hard to crank. When I was still working, the guy I was working with, we had a big trailer that we pulled, and every day we'd have to unhook it, and that thing, crank it up. And I said, get us electric jack, because it makes it so much easier. And you know, hey, when you're out camping, RVing, one idea is being comfortable, and part of that is like how you hook it onto your vehicle, if that's the type you have. How much easier or harder it is, because it takes energy, you know. And the older you get, you only have. I caulk energy. I have a box of energy every morning. I get up. I know I have this much energy to go by. Now, once I use that up, I'm depleted, and I'm not going to get much done. Now, I get that done in the morning. I've always been that way. If it doesn't happen before noon, 99% of the chance it's not going to happen. You know, that's where my top energy is. I get up within 5-10 minutes after I get my coffee. I mean, I'm ready to go. That's my thing. But usually by noon or before noon, I'm done. You know, that's it. So, anyways, crank up jack is be a good thing to have on. So, another thing, we talked a little bit about dumping. And yeah, he does have an electric jack, so that's cool. When you go down, I said something about a guy was building his own Class B camper van, and he's setting it up with a composting toilet, and instead of using the gray water, which is just soapy water, he's going to use a what do you call a weeper valve that it slowly drips, and it'll empty it out, which is fine. But you know, talk about when you go to your dumping, like for the way we use our camper a lot, we take it to the flying field. That's our biggest use, and you know, the bathrooms get used, and so I hooked up a thing that I can dump it here at home. We have a septic tank, and all the drains in a house runs into the septic tank. And so there's one drain that's in the garage, a floor drain, and I made up a thing hooked up that I can hook my thing and dump my RV right into the septic tank, you know. So I can dump right here at home, which really is handy. But you know, here's a little picture dump station. They got 2 people dumping. Now you wouldn't want to make sure that she doesn't pull that handle, especially with the black tank, before you're ready on. Oh, Ron says I use a drill to raise and lower the stabilizer. See, that'd be good. That would be the way to do it, because that way you don't use up your energy doing it. So, as a guy in the cartoon, okay, pull the thing. I had another cartoon I was going. This guy was all covered black. He, I think she pulled the handle too quick. So you know, it's part of RVing is, you know, dumping, or if you're at a station. I've seen that. Let's see if we can get that picture up here again. Ron had one picture here. You can see the sewer hose going back with. He has those little. They make this little thing that elevates it down so it doesn't kink your hose in that. And you know, that way when you leave, Ron won't have to dump because it's already there. Now I don't know how you do it, but I always never left the black water open when I'm even camping like you are. I would allow it to build up and liquefy and then dump it so that you don't get buildup in your black holding tank. I don't know how Ron does it on there, but that's the way I always did it, because you want that everything to liquefy so you don't get buildup in your tank on it. So that's the way I always did it. You know, I don't know how everybody else does it. You know, but here's the good one. Everybody, the movie RV. That was a good movie with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
This is another good one here. I just put up Shitter's Full with Chevy Chase, and that was pretty cool. He dumped it right into the storm drain. So he says he's an idiot. That's, I think, one of the parents there. He's an idiot, you know. And it's like, hey Google, what's an idiot?
Idiot, a stupid person.
Well, that's what it is. You know what? Anybody, if you've watched me for a while, what my favorite word is? Idiot. Or malidiot. That is my favorite word, idiot or malidiot. So many of them out there. It's just like, I don't know, maybe I'm one, don't realize it, but I don't think so. So anyways, that's a little bit on dumping, you know, and sometimes, yes, it says, yes, and mine has a flush for the black water. Yeah, that's nice too. Now what I do, some of those have a built-in thing that it back flushes your tank, cleans it out. What I generally do is after I've dumped it initially, I close it, and then I go inside, take the hose right inside the toilet, and I get in there and I spray it hard down inside the toilet, get a lot of clear water in it, and then I dump it again, and then hopefully everything is done. I think they make an adapter you can put on that you can hook your hose up and it kind of back flushes up into it, which is another good thing to do. I don't happen to have that system on mine, but you know, it's all just to get it all nice and clean. I always put dish soap in it when I'm done. You know, the last little flush, when I said I go in there and rinse it, I pour a little dish soap down it. And everybody says use Dawn because Dawn breaks up grease in that, and I think it probably is a little better. And you know, you can do that, put a little Dawn dish soap in it there, and then it kind of smells it, you know, takes the smells and stuff away. And I do use a chemical. It doesn't take a lot of chemical, but one thing I've found, you always want to use a lot of water when you're flushing your toilet. You want that water, you want enough water in there to liquefy everything, you know, to make sure everything's, all the solids breaking down. The TP you use, you know, we use RV toilet paper. They say one way to taste it. What's taste it? One way to test it is take some of the toilet paper and take like a sheet of it, put it in a glass of water, and see if it just breaks apart. I even use I use the cheap one-ply stuff at home because we have a septic tank, and again I want it to break down so it liquefies and goes out through the drain field. It says yes, mine is built in. So the built-in back flush is a good deal. So that's kind of one I thought I would talk a little about. A nice subject for breakfast is dumping your RV tank. Something you got to do though. So, okay, dokie. Hey, it's Wednesday. Again, if you are on here and watching this after the live chat, because this will be online afterwards, you have a question or a comment, leave your questions, comments in the comment box, and give us a thumbs up. Share the coffee chat and all my videos. Share them with all your friends, family. Hit the subscribe button. I always use more subscribers there. One day maybe I'll get up to where I can be monetized again, and I can actually cover some of the expenses. You spend money on doing these chats. There's certain equipment to make it as good as you can. So it'd be nice to get reimbursed, or even make it better, do more equipment. So that's all I would use it for. But I don't get nothing. So, anyways, hit the subscribe button. Hope everybody has a good Wednesday. We'll be on here tomorrow morning. So we'll see you tomorrow.